Giving honor to the Spirit of Christ, which is the head of my life and the head of my household. Let me tell y'all something. When you black, know some things. Us Christians as black people, I'm sorry, y'all. We need to stop letting people dictate to us who God is. Now, today I had an experience I didn't even expect. I was on my phone, just sitting there, waiting to get my prescriptions. And out of nowhere, a notification popped up. I just happened to click on it, and I was literally appalled. It's disturbing to me. Y'all, we gotta stand. I'm telling y'all, Montgomery, Alabama. Those people saw something happen and did something about it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Google it. But I'm sitting here and I'm just wondering to myself, do I really care what people think of me? Or do I really educate myself to say, I don't care if you don't like me. Sometimes I gotta be hard. I'm hard on everybody. I'm hard on myself. I'm hard on my kids. I'm hard on my husband. I'm hard on the people in the street. I'm hard on the people that do everything that I find that I can say no to. The reason why I can say no, hold on. That's everything. I bring my own bag. Okay. I got everything else. Doing stuff, running around, crazy. Happy Tuesday, everybody. But listen, I'm for real. It baffles me how everybody can tell you, and I'm talking about the church. Stop what y'all doing and just give each other holy hugs. But newsflash, if y'all ain't fellowshipped and all week long, you didn't call her, she didn't call you, there's no reason for division. You shouldn't say to yourself, well, I guess she mad. She ain't called me all week. How about she was busy? How about life was kicking her in the head for a brief moment and she couldn't just address what's going on, but she came to church. And if you saw her and you haven't talked to her, why you didn't give her a hug when you walked in? Why do your pastor, your preacher, your prophet have to give you acknowledgement to hug somebody, to fellowship with somebody? Fellowship can happen anywhere, y'all. I'm sorry if y'all don't think fellowship happen on the street. What y'all call it? Y'all call it customer service. Customer service. Could we get some customer service in the church? And stop letting them leaders lead y'all somewhere y'all don't need to be. Because I'm telling y'all, I left the church. I didn't leave God. Me and God, we got a real close relationship. And he told me something today. He said, it got to be hard for you. Because you hard-headed. If I don't make it hard from you, Yolanda, talking to me, you just won't do right. I said, God, that's not true. I do right all the time. He said, yeah, that's because you hard. He said, if you were soft, you'll probably just let people walk all over you. He said, but you let them walk all over you just enough for you to get it. They ain't in your league. They ain't got what you got. And let them people alone. Leave people alone. That's what I'm telling y'all. But if y'all see something happening, fellowship. 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 I'm going to tell y'all, there was another incident that happened in New York, and I'm talking YouTube information, street information, newsworthy information. A black man was trying to help some black people. But now this black man got an issue because he was doing the right thing, and a lot of people showed up doing the wrong thing. But instead of him running for the hills and let them all suffer, he got out of his situation and made himself very uncomfortable and made another person comfortable so that he can process her to be okay. That's fellowshipping. Fellowshipping. You fellowship at work. If you don't, hey, you don't like your coworkers. I get it. Because I don't like my coworkers. Right now, I'm not liking the Christian community. I'm sorry. Because y'all are being led astray. Nose wide open. Just like we are about what we eat, what we drink, who we allow around our kids. Y'all got to stop saying enough. I'm hard on mothers. Because I was a hard mother. But me being a hard mother doesn't mean that I was perfect. Absolutely not. Did my kids grow up some kind of way? Absolutely so. But I can commend my daughter for being an amazing mother. Yeah, I had to bump her head a couple of times, but she got it. She got it. And I'm so happy that she got it. My son, he got it too. That's the hardest working man I ever seen. He like his daddy. He worked hard. He believed hard. He struggled hard. But he overcome even harder. And that's something I instilled in my children. That no matter what we go through, baby, we may be down, but we'll never be out. We might be lost, but soon we're going to find our way. Because we're going to find another way. And another way. And another way. And another way. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G plans. And that's just who I am. But I'm sorry. Y'all need to stop. Y'all not going to lead me. If you lead me in straight, guess what? You're going to hell. How about that? Since everybody want to put me in hell. I don't care about my hair, child. It's mine. I got edges. Got some black roots too. But again, I don't care what people think of me. Because I'm okay in my skin. But I'm not out here being cruel to people. No matter what I think of you, I'm going to still handle you with customer service. I'm going to treat you like a human. But in the back of my mind, I'm kind of hard on you. Because I got some prejudgments about myself that I have to impress upon people. Like, baby, listen. I've been a mother. I've been without the lights for a whole month, and it had nothing to do with me paying the bill. We cannot get so jaded from people that we simply don't have customer service or fellowship. Call it what you want. That we don't have love of kindness. I realized today I had kindness. And people took my meekness for weakness. But when I stood up, you was cheering me on. But now that I'm standing up against you, you quiet as a mouse. Don't be quiet, because I'm going to be hard. And I'm going to call you out. Because you're not going to talk about my hair being blonde and your husband's hair black. You're not going to talk about me being fat when you're fat. You're not going to talk about the man of the house, because the man of the house ain't really the man of the house. But I stand on everything I say. Check me on the corner. I'm going to still stand 10 toes down for what I say. You don't like it, I don't care. One person had the nerve to say, they don't care. They not giving out no book bags. Guess what? I did it last year because I was able. This year, it's not that I'm not able, but I see a better cause for Christmas. So I saved my giveaway for school and do my giveaway for Christmas. Because school clothes are kind of mandatory. Book bags, they ain't mandatory no more. Y'all little children carry purses. Y'all want a lot of stuff. And I love the kids that they want characters. And their mamas go out and do everything. Because you know what? I was that mother. But you know what type of mother I wasn't? I can walk around looking like crap. But my kids, they didn't look like crap. I could walk around with my hair on top of my head. But my kids' hair could not be on top of their head. My son always had a haircut. He always had it. And if I didn't have it, I told my kids, delay was never a denial. We live in a world where y'all just don't want to delay. Y'all want it now, instant, microwave. Y'all want to talk, I want to talk Gen X, Gen Z, whoever you are in your era. Stand up and tell them that's not right. Baby, I understand you grew up like that, but that's not right. That's just not how we do things. I understand you grew up that way, but let me show you a better way. And then you accept knowledge. Nobody wants to accept knowledge. You don't want to accept advice. You don't want to do nothing. You just want to go the way that you've been going all your life, and that's it. Like I said, I see the world in different perspectives, but I also see how hard I am on the world and why I am so hard on the world. Because when it comes to God, God don't play by me. He will snap my neck and break my back if he have to. But while he doing all of that, I'm learning a lesson in the process. Let us not be sitting up here like we don't know or understand the process. I live in a life of process. Child, I live next door also to the firehouse and also to the lake. But I live my life happily. I don't judge people externally. I do my own self-evaluation. And then I judge people based on my thoughts and beliefs. Now, is it wrong? Is it right? No. It's just something different. Can we do something different? Because I don't care what nobody say. Everybody dropped out when I saw that whole thing went on in New York. You know what I saw first? 7 million phones up in the air, watching people doing chaotic things and loving it. And it wasn't no old generation. It was a young generation. And then I saw a man who, Hispanic man. He was out there with his lunch truck. And somebody hit the man in the head. And they were fighting each other. And all of that chaos for somebody trying to do something good. And somebody turned it out for evil. If you read your Bible, you will understand life is about changing your perspective from good to better. From better to better. From level to level. But don't come at me. Because you walking around with your moo-moo on. And you claiming that I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Thank God. I'm sober. This, that. Well, I heard that we have dominion over everything. And if you can't control it, that means you ain't got no dominion. So you need to stop. Do everything in moderation. Love in moderation. Hug in moderation. Well, actually, overhug. Can we overhug? Overhug people. Because now y'all so don't want to touch people because of COVID. Touch somebody. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Now, I'm just saying this because it was in my spirit. I couldn't sit on it because I just saw the outrage and the pouring of people who want us to be different. Y'all talking about Florida. Florida is different. Alabama is becoming different. But in the process of becoming different, we can push back. Can we not have pushback all the time for our own race? Can we all combine together and say, listen, your view ain't my view ain't your view. But the one thing we have in common is opinions. I'm entitled to mine, you entitled to yours. But I might take your conversation into consideration if I feel like you said something that made sense to me and I've been doing something wrong. But now I'm really at the point where I'm old enough to say, if I did it wrong, I'm going to do it right again. If I did it right, I'm going to do it wrong again. Because I see both sides of the spectrum. But again, I remove people. I delete people. I change the people I watch on YouTube. I change. I'm very versatile. And that's the problem. The one thing I'm not versatile on is church folks. Because they all want to hug you and do all this 1 minute. But the minute you turn your back, they biting you in the neck. You ain't got to bite me in the neck. I know you're a snake. I recognize you're a snake. And as long as you got power and you're going to use me, I'm going to be smart enough to know. Fool me once, shame on me. Not fool me twice. Fool me once, shame on me. I made a mistake. Shame on me. I made a mistake. But baby, when I'm making my mistakes, I'm going to say this to any and everybody. Best believe I'm learning from my mistakes. And I got so many of them just learning. I'm forever in education. I'm forever in a teachable moment. And I'm forever being humble. Because these teachable moments may not come again. I may not get the chance to do it right ever again. But at least I tried. People think failure is because you failed. No, failure is because you didn't get back up. That's defeat. But sometimes I feel defeated. Because I feel like I can't breathe in the air with certain people. I just can't breathe the same air you breathe. Call me different. Call me indifferent. Call me whatever you want to call me. Because at the end of the day, it's what I answer to that matters to me. That's just plain and simple. But I'm going to tell y'all one thing. I'm loving the life that I'm living. And I have no regrets of what I did. All that I made mistakes and I got back together and I got it right again. And then I get it wrong again. Then I get it right again. Guess what? As long as I keep trying, I'm going to succeed in something. Something I'm going to take a win to and run with it. But like I said, as a black woman that loves God, but also understands there's good and evil in everything we do. It is. It's just perspective. What you view as good is good to you. And what you view as evil is evil to you. But at the end of the day, doesn't make it right or wrong. No, it's just your thoughts, your viewpoints, and your expression. And you are entitled to it. So if I ever offended you, I always say it. Because I just want to make sure anybody that heard me, that's listening to me, if I ever offended you, if I ever said something that made you question yourself, I apologize. But if I made you question yourself and you reevaluated yourself, and you changed, good for you. But if you can't change, good for you too. Because eventually you're going to get tired of bumping your head. Like I said, I had to learn it the hard way. But now, I live in abundance of overflow. And I thank God for it. But in that process, I also use my wisdom and my knowledge to let people talk me or trick me into something that just ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it took for a chaotic moment and me to see life is abundant and overflowing. But I also see the beam in your eye. Because I got a beam in mine too. And not just a beam, but a beam. B-E-A-M. Look it up. A long log. I got it in my eye. And I'm looking at yours. And I'm saying, hey, we might got a beam in our eye. But we might be different people. And let's explore that. I want to see your perspective from another person's view. That don't mean I agree with you. I just want to hear it. And I'm smart enough to understand that I can decipher left and right, wrong and right, orange and blue, green and red. Again, my hair needs streets, child. Trying to do what I got to do to make myself available, to be comfortable in my own space. Y'all have a wonderful and amazing day. Again, happy Tuesday. And I hope this reach y'all in happy moments. But like I said, shaking my head. Just shaking my head.